Welcome everyone to another episode of the Inner Circle podcast. And she's feeling very Bronx, and I'm feeling very wicked. Here we are today, bringing you. And if you're not watching, you won't get the reference. It's wild. If you're watching,
I should wear my hat.
welcome to episode 256. 256 episodes. Wow. Giving you another podcast today. How is my best girlfriend?
I'm good. I am tired, but good.
And a big congratulations, I have to say also for the people who don't know, you just started yesterday, right? It's no joke. It was all real. A
No.
new position, a new promotion at your job. So golf clap, not golf clap, clap, not golf clap.
Finally, it only took a year to get the title, but
Patience, all things come to
patience is
all
a
the things to
virtue.
no way. How do you feel?
I
What did I
feel,
get?
I feel accomplished. I feel like when I set my mind to something, I do it, and especially when it comes to work, like I'm very driven in that sense, and I get very like I can get really I don't like being stagnant in jobs or like in positions. So if I feel like I'm not challenged, then I want something else. So I'm very happy with my position and like, being a boss ass bitch.
I'm a boss ass bitch, bitch, bitch. That's gonna always be an anthem for me.
Yeah, I love that.
And yesterday to celebrate, you went to a Yankees game. I was
Yeah. That was, oh my God. I went with my coworker who was visiting from Virginia. She's not even a Yankee fan, she's a Nationals fan. But I forced her to wear a Yankee hat. Anyway, we had a great time. The tickets are obviously super cheap because it's like, it's been opening week.
mm,
We sat in a great section. I already know what section to sit whenever I go to Yankee Stadium. But the game, I left by the sixth inning, bottom of the sixth, I think. I wanted to stay, but duty calls the next morning. But unfortunately, the Yankees lost by 2 points, by 2 runs. Um, they are playing tonight, so hopefully go Yankees. And my friend was like, "Oh, who's your favorite player?" And I just said, "I'm rooting for anyone Dominican." Luckily, the home runs came from Jason Dominguez, who is Dominican. So that was fun.
there you go.
But
There
yeah, I
you
think we should go to Yankee game. I think it's so like fun. It's so like animated and there's a lot of fine dudes. But also, like a lot of girlfriends go. It's giving you ever seen that episode Take Me Out to the Ball Game with in Sex in the City? I forget what season it is, but they all go to just hang out and watch
mm.
the game. Um it
I
was
would do
pretty much
that.
that.
I've always wanted to go to Yankees game. We've been to Yankee Stadium together. Well, my first time ever at Yankee Stadium was with you, and it was when we went to see Bad Bunny. Funny enough, that being my first
That
time.
was your first time?
That was my first time ever
Oh,
going to Yankee Stadium. I've always wanted to go to a game. I remember always wanting to go to a game. I'm admitting this out loud for the first time, but I've always wanted to go to a game with my ex boyfriend. Well,
that's a
actually, no, I can't say that rhymes with this because there's two
yeah,
good.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
The
The
Puerto
one that
Rican,
likes baseball.
the Puerto Rican, yeah, with the kids.
Damn, bitch, way to be like specific. But
Well, I also have to differentiate too because
yeah,
I had more than one Puerto Rican.
um, I no, I really enjoy going to baseball games, but it's like being in a stadium is cool. And I was telling my coworker that I would eventually love to go to the National Stadium, the obviously Fenway Park. Like you can't be a baseball fan and not go to Fenway Park in Boston. But one thing that I do like is like the people that go to the games, like they're in it, like they're not boring, they're not quiet, they're not like a Vegas crowd. They're actually like it was Tuesday night and they were like very
Yes, yes.
animated and stuff. And the music they were playing Lady Gaga, Abracadabra. They were playing like snippets of songs. They were playing Azalea Banks 212, and that's my song. So when I heard it, I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I want to go back. And I feel like as the weather gets better, it's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, I would definitely go, but something that I actually went to this past weekend, and I went alone. I went alone to the concert. It was last minute, impromptu. I went to see J Balvin,
Yeah.
his Rayo tour. Um,
What's it called?
Rayo, is the basically the title of his latest album.
Oh, okay.
Um, I went to see that, and it was pretty cool. Um, it was pretty cool to see him because we know J Balvin has hits. He's been around for a while. He has a lot of hits with collaborators and stuff. It was a nice set list for the. It was a pretty nice set list that he had.
Mm.
Um, the
Was the stadium like sold out? Was there?
well, one Barclays is not Barclays is not a. Is it a?
It's an arena.
It's an arena. Yeah, it's not a stadium. Um, okay. So this is my problem. This is something I'm starting to see with more concerts I go to, these artists saying that the thing is sold out. No, because where I was at, I seen like rows in the section I was in that was yes, it was packed. I'll say it was packed. If I have to say the capacity was like between 90 to 95% sold out. But there were still empty seats. And okay, it this to be plays devil's advocate. What I'm thinking is we know nowadays all these people, scalpers, whatever, buy these tickets, right?
Mhm.
And then they try to resell it. So what I'm thinking is maybe those were seats that people that bought them couldn't resell.
No.
Then
What is it? Scalpers, whatever. That's not a thing anymore. I mean, it is, but like people, scammers have gotten like they have so much finesse now that like you don't have to stand outside the arena talking about ticket. Like
no,
they
no,
don't
no,
do
that's
that.
what I mean. Online now is
They
the
go
people that do it
online.
online. Yes.
That's what I don't know. I don't think it's that. I think I was watching on TikTok that a lot of people were trolling him because they were saying how he said that hurry up and get your tickets because they're selling out when in fact there were tickets that were like $40 and they were
Yes.
not they were like rows. I mean I looked at it when I was gonna go with you, but I couldn't go because clearly I had to work the next day. But yeah, it didn't look like it was any point selling out.
Yeah, it wasn't sold out. There was definitely seats. There was like even like I moved up a little because there was like basically a whole row, and yet people were. I'm looking at other people like, especially the ones coming in like a little later, like go sit over there. Like, why are you really coming next to me? Where I just basically after like two songs in, I'm like, I got my little leather jacket and I moved my ass to the like a few rows up. And I
Mm,
sat there by myself a few rows up. But all in all, to get to some quick points, a mixed crowd, I will say. He is a little reminiscent of Bad Bunny because I like Bad Bunny. With Bad Bunny shows, is like a lot of different people. Obviously, mostly Latino driven, but you see all types of Latinos. Same thing with J Balvin. Surprisingly, he has a young crowd fan base. There's a
yeah.
young fan base because I was like, so like I was a little like, ugh, upper stiff lip or whatever the saying is, because there was some a younger, too many youngers to my liking, surprisingly. Um, but all in
Mm.
all, it was a cool thing. The stage, it was cute. He had a like a B-side stage, but I still felt it was small. I don't know, like I don't know. But for the most part, great show. I left a little. This is when you know sometimes you're getting older. But then again, I would wait last minute for Bad Bunny. But I left a little not early, but a few songs. I knew the set list, so a few
Mm.
songs in, I did not want to be in that crowd at all. So I'm like, I don't want to deal with being around too many people and going back in a train pack. So I left like a few songs early
What
before.
song is the last song that he performs?
Huh?
What's the
I
last song
forgot
he
which
performs?
I even forgot looking at the
I
set list.
bet you it's Mi Gente or some shit.
But all in all, it was a good show. Definitely good hits. Definitely, again, I went by myself. This is not my first time I've gone to a concert by myself. I've gone to Bad Bunny by myself. Um, so it's an experience. It's different because when you're going with other people, there's this vibe. You're vibing. There's that energy vibing with someone you know. But it's still fun. It's still fun to do go to a concert by yourself. So I definitely recommend it for anyone who is contemplating it. Have you ever gone to a concert by yourself?
I went to La India by myself.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. There you go. There you go.
I
So
want to go to more concerts by myself, but it just depends too because my focus now as I've gotten older is to see singers that and bands that like are on their way of like not retiring but not touring as much. Like the
yeah,
older, people from like our heydays, so to speak.
yeah.
I'm still salty that I didn't see Stevie Wonder. That was very fucked up of me. I will never forgive myself for that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And speaking of concert, we have a concert this Friday.
I know, and I'm excited about that. It's like I was thinking about it this week. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see J Balvin, and a few days later, we gotta go see Kylie Minogue, who's a legend. She is
Yeah,
an icon. Maybe she's definitely known in the U.S., maybe not by the mass population, but she is known around the world, and she's been around for years. She's a legend and icon, and I'm kind of shocked. Like, wow, we really gonna see Kylie? Kylie's like
about
amazing.
time. Andy Cohen's gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious. We're gonna be in the same room, sharing that same energy. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. That we're gonna go see her. It's like a little Friday date night.
Yeah. I'm excited. I feel like April's starting off so like so
Yeah,
strong.
yeah.
March took forever and a day to finish. Like March was great, but
But
Jesus.
I feel like March went by quick. It was
Oh,
long,
it
but
didn't.
not as long as January. But still went by, and I thought it was gonna take long, but it didn't. As long as I thought, and then April is I just feel very good vibes, very good
Mm,
vibes, because I feel like it's the kickoff and the set off to what's to come for the next
yeah.
few months. Excitement. But did you watch? Well, I know this. Last night was the first part of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and we not gonna review it and stuff. But any quick takes? I have a few quick takes that I want to point out and give. But did you find any? I know you didn't finish it because obviously we
I
want.
think I literally had like 2 more minutes left, but my biggest takeaway is that I can tell why Garcelle is not wanting to come back. Um, Something is very amiss in that fucking group. Like everyone is not there. Like they're literally non-frenemy. They're like not friends. They're frenemies, all of them, and it's like really weird. I feel like there needs to be a shakeup. If you guys are going to do shakeups in other cities, do it for Beverly Hills because at this point, you got all these bitches who are not married, all of them getting divorces. None of them are actually like Beverly Hills. Like Erica is giving, she's showing her ass. After we, felt some sympathy towards her, she's being a bitch again.
Mm,
Sutton is insufferable. Kyle, I'm tired of her acting like she's not a lesbian when she, in fact, may be allegedly. But like, come out, girl. Um, who else? Dorit. I can't with her. Now she has a mouth. Now she has like shit to talk about. Um,
listen,
I like Bose, but I don't know. Last episode we talked about this, and I wasn't very keen on Bose and Erica ganging up on Garcelle, but this just goes to show they're all like flip flopping friends.
real quick, it did. I agree. I think I can see why Garcelle. It felt like a gang up, and I'm surprised that she was in a hot seat type of thing. I think the Beverly Hills Housewives, they pander to the fans, just like I think Garcelle and Sutton did a few years ago when they were on New, and fans gravitated towards them because back then it was the Fox Force 5. Um, which the fandom hated, and now it's like the tides ebb and flows, and now the fandom is like, well, Sutton and Garcelle's not sharing that much, da, 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 da. So I think some of the ladies knew that and pandered to that. With that being said, um I am not the only one, and I'm sorry. And this is why I love Garcelle because I am not. I thought the same thing initially when this whole Dorit breaking thing happened. I thought the same
Mm.
thing. I thought it was. an inside job. And Garcelle, hats off to you because you didn't think Dorit had anything to do with it. But I could sit here and say I it crossed my mind and I wouldn't be surprised. Some people are so fame hungry and want to stay on TV, and we know how these housewives things work out, that I wouldn't be surprised. Some people sell their souls to the devil. And it did cross my mind. So the fact, and hey, hi Dorit. I think I'm maybe the 4 followers on Twitter, as you said. I
Right.
guess I'm one of them because I thought the same thing. And unlike Garcelle, I thought you possibly could have been in on it. So with that being said, like I'm gonna Garcelle, no one can fuck with Garcelle, and it is what it is.
She's the Beyonce of Haiti.
And she's more accomplished than most of those girls. She's been around and was known before most of those girls. So it's jealousy, and they just found the opportunity to be like, okay, let's all gang up on her this time around. I wish she would have quit because in a sense, I hate when maybe some of those bitches and all throughout all the franchise feel like they do that gang up, and they feel like, oh yes, we won, we drove them out. Because sometimes I feel that's the motivating force. I don't like when people go out and quit because of what the gang up. But it is what it is, and I know what it is to want to protect your energy. And if you don't need it and you have many other things going on, then I'm out. So I get it. But at the same time, it's like, fuck, let those bitches get you out, girl.
I feel bad for her, but at the same time, I don't, because she has things that are popping off. I don't understand why Erica said that she wasn't interesting. She has jobs. She's working on movies. She's a producer. Her kids are
Mhm.
like doing things themselves and being high schoolers. I don't know. I think she's above it at this point. She really
Yeah.
is.
So initially I told you I wanted to talk a little bit of Atlanta because this past week we seen where things are gonna pop off and what led Kenya to do what she did, what we heard since last summer, last spring. But we could hold off. We could hold off on it till we see this coming Sunday's episode.
By
And
the
what
way, I
Kenya
have the same schedule as you watching it on Peacock now.
and what Kenya welcome to the common folk. Um,
I was about to hit you up and be like, girl, can we remove these ads? I'll pay.
Well, if you want to send that extra, because speaking of, I'm paying
Well,
$20 for Netflix. I opened my email the other day. It
I
was
paid
like
27 because I added my uncle, but like he's not watching TV like that.
I paid 20 for Netflix and my Disney after my 3 months after I told them I was gonna leave, and they think now it's back to set. Now it's like $17.
Oh, girl. No, we don't need Disney. We don't. I mean, I don't know that you want to watch things from Blast from the Past. I don't
I
really
do.
care
I
for the
watch
Disney
Disney,
app.
but I don't want commercials. I like ugh.
I don't want commercials on Peacock. I don't.
Well, run me
You know what? I'm gonna run my payment information on there because it's
an-
either that or me open my YouTube TV membership again. They're doing a new thing. If you open YouTube and sponsor us, YouTube. If you open like a new account on YouTube TV, it'll be 69 a month rather than 89 right now.
Still a lot, girl.
That's still a lot, but like if you think of other streaming services, it's literally the same. Hulu is 79. Like, I don't know. We can discuss off air, but something's got to change, and it's no ads for me.
Um, so let's get because it is we kicked off Aries season on the 21st of March, and April is full throttle. The Aries are really showing up and showing out right now.
Do I know
So
Aries?
April, I'm seeing a lot of Aries birthdays. I know a few Aries. So we didn't do one for Pisces. And we didn't do one. No, we did one for Aquarius. We didn't do one for
Yeah.
Pisces, but we're definitely doing an astrology circle for Aries. So here we go. Aries is a fire sign. They technically kick off the astrology year, if you
Mm.
didn't know that. They Aries represents the singular spirit, while Aries' opposite sign, Libra, symbolizes partnership. They are known, their sign is known for a ram. Um, the sign is ruled by Mars, which we know Mars is very, as they describe Mars in the astrology world, very hard-hitting, confrontational. The dynamic and planet named after the Roman god of war, which is why we know Aries like to pop shit off. Let's see what other interesting facts of Aries. Aries are recognized as bold pioneers, leaders, and initiators. Individuals like born under the Aries signs, Lady Gaga, Robbie Downey Jr., Mariah Carey, Elton John, and Diana Ross exemplify charisma, daring spirit, and exceptional talent. Aries weakness. Aries runs hot like really hot water. Their intense energy, force, determination can sometimes lead to explosive outbursts, which, while typically short-lived, can leave a lasting impact on their relationships.
I can see
Um,
that.
who should Aries avoid? Aries can get along with any zodiac, provided they won't get scorched by Aries. Volatile sparks.
Hmm.
Aries are driven by excitement and action, but this sign is certainly not for the faint of heart. Grounded earth signs like Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns may find Aries spontaneity unsettling, while
Hmm.
emotional water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces might be hurt by Aries' bluntness and lack of sensitivity. Um, what signs are Aries best matched with are these signs appreciate Aries' enthusiasm and fearlessness approach to life. Air signs like Gemini, Libras, and Aquariuses also complement Aries well, and similar fire signs like I guess Sagittarius, fire with fire. But yeah, those are some. You know any Aries or
I have a lot of Aries female coworkers, and one of them being my mentor, who I like adore and like admire so much. Then the other one, we clashed, but she means well. But I gotta always check a bitch. No, I'm kidding. Aries men, however, I don't think I've ever hold on. I don't think
run it back,
yeah, yeah. I don't think I've ever like dated an Aries. I've hung out with an Aries. They're
Mm.
all right. They're okay.
Well, that's your astrology circle for Aries, and well,
I
me,
have one of my good friends is a Taurus, and her husband is a Aries. He's Puerto Rican. She's Italian. So she always told me like she's very into astrology, and she would say like, she's the bull. I think he's
he's
the
a
ram.
ram and she's a bull. Yeah.
Yeah, but they love each other. So, but that's interesting to hear. Interesting to know.
I've been with a few in bed. Aries are fun. Let me just say that.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Aries-
saying like
no, I'm talking about my experiences with Aries. I haven't been in a relationship with an Aries.
same. I
I
haven't.
know some Aries, and I get along with Aries. I love Aries women. Um, I get along with Aries men. I just haven't been in a relationship with them. I can see why beyond the bedroom,
Mhm.
it doesn't go into a relationship. Friendship, fuck buddies type thing, but I can see why I've never gone beyond the bedroom type friendship with an Aries. Although I like their drivenness too, and
Not all.
their
I don't know.
way of kind of like motivating you and helping you. I do admire that because I've felt that from some Aries that I've kicked it with, and I like that. As a Pisces, I like that. Like you got what it takes, and let me show you, or let me maneuver you. I like that.
I don't remember, but I can't wait to do May. Can't wait to do Taurus.
um oh wait, that caught that late. But yes, now talking about success, because again, you being promoted in again, congratulations. But I was thinking about this because with success and what
Mhm.
people living in the world of social media, like I like to say on the podcast, when people through their lens, through what you put on social media, view success, there's certain expectations as well that come with people's success and basically like the Jeffersons moving on up.
Yeah.
And some of these expectations I feel, and I've gathered this from things like even when I get hit through DMs or when I was a flight attendant, the influx, the influx. Now that I don't get DMs now, but the influx when I was a flight attendant, and then the expectations, like when are you gonna take me on a trip? Da, 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 da. It's like with success sometimes comes expectations and people expecting maybe for you to again fly them out or pay for things or pay for a trip or take them on vacation with you because you're always traveling or pay for the dinners and stuff. What's your thoughts on success? And for example, you live in it, you successful, you're growing. Do you feel there's a pressure or people have expectations of, okay, she's successful, she's moving on up, so they expect things from you?
I don't really like to like what is it? There's an expression that says like something talks but
Money
money
talk.
whispers. Money talks but wealth whispers or something like that. I don't know. Basically, I
I
don't as
like
I've gotten older, look that up while I'm yeah. As I've gotten older, I don't feel the need to like flaunt whenever I have some success or like when I could do something because I feel like there are some people, especially in the current climate that we're in, it seems very like gloating, and I don't like to be a gloater. Um, and I think for me as a woman, it can be intimidating for a man to see a woman who is very independent and also like has like I don't need to depend on someone. If I want to do something, I can do it, whether it's financially or physically. My mom's blowing up my phone. She's probably watching. Um, I don't feel the need to like talk about it because I feel like that attracts men who are like, "Oh, she's a big timer." I have friends, like male friends that will just joke around with me like that, but they're my friends from like elementary school and they'll say that like, "Wow, Melanie's a big timer now." But when it's like someone that you're pursuing or wanting to date and they say things like that, that shit is so off-putting and it turns me off immediately because there's ways to congratulate a woman in her success or to be like, oh, I see you taking, like, if I wanted to take a trip for the weekend with my friends or by myself, go somewhere or go to brunch or whatever. If you're saying, like, oh, I see you, you got money, that's like such, that's so immature and corny.
Mm,
There's ways to say things like that and give, like, give not flowers, but to call it out to someone and say, "Oh, I see you," whatever. But I don't know. I find that to be very off-putting. I don't align myself with people like that. So I don't think that there's an expectation. I just think that people are going to say things and try to push the envelope to see how much you're willing to like give.
mm. Yeah. For me, I feel like again, maybe I don't know if it's expectations and stuff, but like example for living, even living in New York, like you say that, and me when I travel too, as a traveler, you say these things, and then even people's perception, they see you're traveling in a moment, they see you're out and you're doing things, and then you say you're from New York City and
Yeah.
you're living in New York. They're like, oh, okay, so this bitch got money because one again, it's there's been many studies. New
Mhm.
York is one of the most expensive cities in the world to live in. So people automatically like, okay, they live there. He lives there. They live in New York City. Um, they travel, or me in that moment traveling and meeting people. So he must have money type thing. It's like,
Yeah.
you
There's
know what I
also
mean? It's
homeless.
an expectations or
There's
an
also homeless people that live in New York City. Let's just say that.
assumption. Exactly, exactly. Listen, with that being said, there's a lot of people out here in New York City, and even me with people I work with, I'm surprised to find out some people who have 2, 3 jobs, and I'm like, oh damn, okay, but it's like us New Yorkers, we're busting our ass too. It's not just fucking roses and peaches and cream and fairy
I
lullabies.
also feel that like it's really fucked up for someone to have this like mentality like, oh, I have this mindset like, oh, I can't really, you know, enjoy the fruits of my labor or like show that I'm doing things that I enjoy. Like I went to a Yankee game yesterday. Me posting about it and posting like being close to like the players and stuff. Um I shouldn't feel bad for doing that because like that's something that I enjoy. That's how I decided to like celebrate my promotion. But because New York is known for being a very expensive city, and like people complain about how high the rent is or how expensive groceries are. I'm supposed to like join that bandwagon. I can agree and say yes, rent is expensive,
Mhm.
eggs are expensive here, but I could still enjoy the fruits of my labor. I bust my ass. You know, like there should be a happy medium. And if people are like, "Oh, she's got it, she's good," like that's my business, not yours.
Yeah, it's even with me. Not to get too deep into it, but even with me traveling, listen, I love my grandmother to pieces, but like she questioned, like she's like, after the last time I traveled, which was for my own birthday, she's like, well, basically a little word saying like, after this, take a break type of thing. It's like, no.
My uncle and listen, the only person that I take advice from a sprinkle of people. I can name less than one than two hands not the amount of people I take advice from. And one thing that my uncle has always told me, and his advice is fucking golden to me: vive porque hay una vida. Live because there's only
Absolutely.
one life. You're in the age, you have the health, you have the wealth. Do it.
Hmm.
What am I gonna do? Save all my coins and then one day fucking die and not be able to enjoy my life? No, fuck that. And I'm
Yeah,
not waiting on nobody to do it with, because
and that too, because it's not only for women though, even men, like, but especially women, because I think society places this thing like you should be married by this time. Excuse
yeah.
me. But I mean, even Sutton, in a way, going back to Beverly Hills, she said it like it's red flags if she's met a man that's never been married at 50.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. What do you think about that? Because like I'm 30.
But this is men. This is, listen, for women, it's
I
like
don't think
you.
it's different for
Yeah,
women though.
no. Y'all have more of a. I feel like with women, there's more of a pressure. I could be wrong, but looking from the
Oh
outside
yeah,
in,
yeah,
there's more of a pressure growing up that I've always seen that woman has to be married by a certain age, and she must be a witch or something's wrong with her if she's not married by a certain age. That's
yeah.
how I felt like I since growing up, looking at things, the way the wording on shows, and just everything has painted that if a woman's not married by a certain time, there's something wrong with her. Not so much for men. With that being said, and Sutton bringing that up, it was like, that is an interesting take. And she's reaching like she reaches a lot. Like, I've never
But
been
but
married,
there's men like in the 90s, people used to praise and like the Brad Pitts,
but being
the
bachelors,
George
George Clooney,
Clooney. George Clooney didn't get fucking married till like after 40 something years old. And like he was the forever bachelor and stuff. Why is that okay
he
for a
was
man to be like
celebrated.
that?
He was celebrated. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, now he's like fucking little young girls. But like for me, why would you want? I'd rather not have gotten married. And no disrespect, I know my friends. I have some friends that have been married, are no longer married, or are separated. For me, I'd rather be by myself than rush myself to be with someone that I know is not for me in the long run.
Yeah.
You know,
The same.
nothing wrong with being divorced. My parents married twice, divorced twice, for fun.
Listen, look, I think everyone should live their life and do travel, do as much as you can, whether with a partner or by yourself. And yeah, and
Or
enjoy the
take
fruits
up.
of the labor.
It doesn't also have to be. This is a perfect example, bitch. Remember, I was talking to a guy, a fucking fart in the wind at this point, that had a problem with the fact that I said one of my hobbies is like hosting the podcast.
Mm.
And he was like,
I
well,
know there's
that's
a few that had little different
no,
opinions.
it
So
was no, it was only one. Then the other one got blocked. But my thing is like, what how does that affect you? How does it affect your life? Is it taking away time and energy and effort from me hanging out with you because you're not putting in the energy? So that those are certain things. It doesn't necessarily have to be with people being like, oh, why are you traveling? It could be a hobby that a
mhm.
person likes and enjoys, that another person will look at and say like, why are you doing that? Same thing goes for, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a player hater, but like there are people that enjoy to be on Instagram and TikTok and have these green screens and do these little dances and little videos and stuff. I find it to be corny. It's not something I would do. But
So for them, it could be their content, their
it could
art.
be their outlet. It could be their outlet, to each their own. But don't be the same person that's like, damn, you're always traveling, and damn, you're always posting stupid ass videos. We're even.
And to wrap up this talk, about the success and the money thing is money talks and wealth whispers.
Yes, I know I got that from Dorinda Medley, Real Housewives of New York. She said that
And they
money talks.
recently said it on Beverly Hills when one of the episodes when it said, "But my wallet is."
Yeah,
Listen, that was rude, but I loved it at the same time, especially directed at Doreen.
that was ridiculous, though.
Anyways, we too many Beverly Hills Housewives referenced throughout our topics, but one topic that speaking of success and growth and the many things that means, 11 you were talking about 11 things you realize.
11 things people learn too late in life.
Ooh,
I'm going to be quick because 11 is a lot. So, number one, the less you say, the more your words will matter. It's true. Number two, don't take everything personally. Not everyone thinks about you as much as you do. That is very true. Like,
yes,
the world doesn't revolve around you.
love that.
Number three, when you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you'll have more opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Number four, no matter how much it hurts now, someday you'll look back and realize your struggle changed your life for the better. That is facts, and that applies also in dating. Number five, you meet people for a reason. Either you need them to change your life or you're the one that will change theirs. Preaching. Number six, never be afraid to try something new. Life gets boring when you stay within the limits of what you already know. Mhm. Number seven, you will never,
That comes for traveling too, people. That comes for
yeah,
traveling too.
traveling. Yeah.
Not going to the same places.
You're not gonna Miami me to fucking death. Number seven, you will never truly know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's true. Number eight, once you begin to take note of the things you are grateful for, you begin to lose sight of the things that you lack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number
Mm.
nine, if you do not have control over your mouth, you do not have control over your future. That is Snapple facts.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people be running their mouth, and that's the reason that they don't get opportunities.
Also, something I'm learning as an emotional person really quick is when we've said this before, and there's a quote: when you lose your emotions, you lose basically the argument, the fight, you lose control, and you're automatically in the fault. So that's something I'm practicing very much.
And people will remember how you reacted rather than what you say. So,
Mm-hmm.
no, two more. Number 10, life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it.
What you put out to the
Mhm. Last one. And this one is a really good one. And it's a very good what is it? The affirmation. The only person you have to face in the morning is yourself. Be unbeatable. There we go.
11 things. What is it again? 11 things.
11 things people learn late in life.
Yes. Mm-mm-mm. But
But
it's better
the
late.
one about don't take everything personal, that's like such a powerful concept because there's so many people that are like anxious and have anxiety and overanalyze and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. I think that when you take things personal, obviously that like alters your emotions quicker
Mm-hmm.
and you don't rationalize things as they are. You just start going into like overdrive instead of like
Yeah.
chilling. So
No,
yeah,
I love that. I really love that. And here we are in a circle giving you some little life facts.
dropping some bombs.
But it's never, it may be too, it may be learning late, but it's never too late to learn also and to try to rewire, change. Listen, they say you can't teach a old dog new tricks, but it takes that old dog's willingness and determination and continued work to maybe learn that new trick, especially if they want to better their life and maybe prolong
Yeah.
their life a little longer.
Mm.
because learning new ways and trying to change your life for the better, if it's for the better, I think it's sending a message to the universe that you're trying to doing your best to prolong your life. But different things happen as well. So with things, but what would you
Yeah.
say? Because we are well into spring and we are getting us now. We're getting our April showers.
Bring May
Um,
flowers.
you're noticing that, right? It was like drizzling over here. I don't know if you got rain
It
over
was thunderstorming the other
there.
night.
Today over there?
No, it was on
Yesterday.
Monday.
Oh.
Monday was like a horrible thunderstorm. I was drenched like a cat.
Mm-mm. But spring is here basically. And again, I'm feeling the energy already. Like March, this weekend, I was feeling the energy coming into April. Like, what would you say are some of the things you're looking for, like this spring? I tie spring into summer. Besides the weather, spring weather for the most part I enjoy. When summer gets summer hot in New York. Ugh. But what are
Yeah.
some of the things you're looking for this spring, summer, September?
I'm looking forward to doing more outdoor activities and going to more events this spring. I'm looking forward to I want to mix, and this is a very hard thing to do, like work life balance. Okay, cool. But I want to be able to network and go to events that will also kind of open doors for me in like work opportunities, so to speak. So,
Mm.
like if I go to a restaurant or somewhere, I go to a place that like could potentially be a customer of mine, enjoy the event, whether it's with friends or by myself, and still get a business opportunity out of it. I want to have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah, with me, I'm looking forward. Listen, I already know I've been like a maniac, like mapping things, looking at the calendars when it comes to
Yeah.
my travel. But I'm also looking forward to as you know, some potential new things, some learning new outlets, and some interesting, great tools that are coming into my life that will be great.
Mhm.
Um, Something I've already know I'm good for, but getting that extra like boost slash help
Mhm.
slash training slash education
You
to
need to utilize all the tools, like
yeah all the
necessary
tools, yeah.
resources.
So I'm excited for some for things like that personally, career wise. I'm excited for. I'm really, and I said it. I don't know if I said it on the last podcast, or I've just been saying a thing, or I've just been saying it to anyone who hears. But there's this electricity and this feeling that I feel about this spring, summer. I feel like I haven't had a good summer in the last few years.
Mm.
I just know, I just feel like this summer's gonna be great. And the last few events and people I've been going out with and everything, it just feels fresh. It feels energizing. It feels new, and it's something I'm looking forward to continue the rest of the months.
That's good.
Um, I think sometimes it takes as hard as it is realizing shedding your old skin. And when I
Mhm.
say that, that could pertain to a lot of things. There's a big umbrella under that. Shedding your old skin, it could be tough. It could be weird coming into a new skin, but it's exciting as well. And I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be a great. I just feel it's gonna be amazing next few
It's
months.
gonna be a spring of evolving.
Rooftops,
Yes.
honey. I'm saving rooftops like
Can
every
you
time
please
that
send
pops up.
no, let's make the Instagram like the saving thing. Make me like a collaborator or whatever.
I've been
So I
saving.
could be
Yeah,
on it.
I was gonna send you another one, but I saved it. But I'll send it to you. That I seen just a little bit ago before we jumped on. Rooftops, events, concerts, traveling. I'm with it all. I'm so excited. Eating, going out to eat brunches.
Yeah.
I'm
Even activities like I was telling Lisa that I want to try Pilates.
yeah, trying new things. I'm thinking the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Oh
I
no,
haven't
coming
gone
up.
for a few years. I'm thinking of doing that. I'm just thinking of just
Have
doing
fun.
many things. There's this work event I was talking for the last day. I don't want to get into it because I'm a private citizen a little bit. I don't want some people
Mm.
down, but yeah, there's some things. I'm excited. I'm just excited about the many things to come. The many things to come. But we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is our first April episode. What is it today?
Yeah, this is April 2nd. Happy
That's
birthday to Tommy Haas, one of my favorite tennis players.
okay, Aries. Um, oh, and as we end the episode, another thing that Aries really the men, anyways. As we
Well,
end this episode, before I end it with what I want to say, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, share, all those good things. It costs nothing. Follow us. Tune in next week for another new episode. And I'll end it with this little nugget. Another thing Aries men, for the most part, are known for is their BDE. Google it. Adios. Good night.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.